Starmer, mate.
What's he done?
What ain't he done?
Everyone's scared to speak.
You can't say this, you can't say that.
Who?
I don't need a dialogue.
Government? Who are they?
Britain's gone mad.
Like hotel.
An illegal migrant.
Just someone who has coming into the country without a visa.
The idea of an illegal migrant is a complete fallacy.
You think they're like economic migrants or?
I think the soldiers.
There's women being attacked, children being attacked, everybody being attacked.
We are of this land.
I've always been working class. I've been a blue-collar worker.
All immigrants are more working class than anybody in this country.
What am I?
They turn everyone's attention to their imaginary monster, the far right.
Today, thousands are rallying from here in Victoria, going to Whitechapel, protesting against what they see as a two-tier system and threats to free speech in England. This is the same place where I got arrested a few months ago. What are you doing? Disorder. What do you mean disorder, mate? What are you doing arresting me?
He's media, mate.
Oh my God. Are you joking?
And who knows what would have happened if things went further. We'll speak with both sides to see what they have to say. Let's go. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to fill up now. Loads and loads of Union Jack flags. I even see a couple Israel flags. And obviously, Tommy Robinson was reminded yesterday, people are saying this will stay peaceful, but we'll see how it goes as we get on. We'll speak to some people and see what they have to say. What's your reason for coming today?
There's many reasons why the UK have now decided to make a stand. But for me personally, it's to stand for freedom of speech. The state of this country is in such disarray. There has to be something done about it, and with all these people here together, we can get some ideas and we can talk to each other about how we get out of this nightmarish situation that we're all living in at the minute.
So you stand with Tommy Robinson today?
Yeah,
what do you,
I absolutely do.
What do you think is happening to free speech in England at the minute?
Well, it doesn't exist anymore, does it? It's everyone's scared to speak.
Yeah, but I mean, lots are out today. Do you think people will be quite outspoken today?
I hope so, yeah, because there's a big crowd of us. I want Keir Starmer to see, you know, that we're not going to let him stamp us down.
I feel like as a white person, you can't say what you feel because you're slapped down. You have to do what you're being told to do.
Yeah, and it does seem like freedom of speech is kind of, being taken away.
But if you say something as a white person, you're not allowed to say that. Yeah. So... But yeah, it's the country's just gone to pot, really.
Rest in peace, Peter Lynch and Tommy. Hope you're doing well. See you when you're outside.
Yeah, people like blame different cultures for issues in society. Do you think it's to do with that, or do you think it's more the government?
We as a nation, we've been so tolerant that we've become intolerant of our own culture. So you can't say that we don't accept everybody, because we do. We've always have done.
Yeah.
But when certain cultures deem it appropriate to overtake the original culture of this land, that's when things need to stop. Yeah. And we go, oh no, I don't like that now. And then they start whinging about it and go, oh, you're a racist, you're a Nazi, you're far right. It ain't. It's just right. We are of this land.
Yeah, so a lot of the people we will speak to today are going to be very patriotic. You heard from that man. He says he wants to protect the English culture. And that's been put into question recently, especially after all the protests and riots that's happened in the summer. But wow, look at the amount of people are here. Hey, no mate, see you buddy, Scotland,
nice to
mate.
see you, man.
You come all the way from Glasgow?
Aye, all the way from up there, aye.
Nice, yeah. So your sign says unite the kingdom. What's happening to the kingdom at the minute?
It's falling to bits, to be honest. There's stabbings going on all over the place, there's attacks going on, there's women being attacked, children being attacked, everybody being attacked.
I don't think it matters where you go these days, whether it's England, Ireland, Scotland, it's all over now.
Yep, aye, it's definitely worse than in England, I think, but it's just a matter of time. I've come down from Scotland today. It's just a matter of time before it gets worse up there, so that's why I'm down here.
And what do you think we'll see today? Do you think it'll be quite peaceful, or?
I'm not sure. As far as I'm aware, there's going to be opposition, a few different groups and stuff, but hopefully everybody can stay peaceful.
It's really calm at the minute. Not many people are like singing songs. Maybe not many people have had much to drink or something. It's a bit quiet. People just waiting for the rally to start. But I heard it's meant to go on from 1 to about 6 p.m. They said they're meant to disperse Whitechapel. So we'll see what happens. No police presence at the minute as well. see the helicopter flying above, and that's about it so far. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, what do you think is happening to freedom of speech at the minute in England?
Oh, they've gone nuts with it. You can't say this, you can't say that. And now, folk are getting chucked in prison for putting something on Facebook when they're chucking criminals out of... You were freed for a non-murder strangle crime, and that were all right, get out of prison. And if you put an earty tweet on Twitter, you're chucked in prison. It's disgraceful. It is. So if you don't believe in it, well, you deserve everything you get. You stand up for what you believe in, and that's that.
I mean, if you associate with this side, you might be called far right and a racist. What have you got to say to that?
Have a go with it. Yeah. I mean, if this is far right, well, that's it. Then I'm far right. I'll stay far right and all. If freedom's far right, I'm far right. And it's not far right. It's right so far.
They're locking up patriots for practising their democratic right to speaking out against the tyranny that's happening, and they're getting jailed, and criminals are getting let out early, rapists, murderers, and Peter Lynch is apparently committed, but I've got my suspicions he was actually murdered in jail. A 61-year-old grandfather who only walked with a placard and prayed that the country would be better for his grandchildren growing up, and he was like so many other patriots that we're going to hear the stories of today for their family members.
I mean, it seems and it seems like the biggest patriot at the minute is Tommy Robinson. Are most people here for him, or is it?
Not just for Tommy, no. The people are here, but obviously partly for Tommy, but it's much bigger than Tommy. We're all Tommy, we're all Peter Lynch. We're standing up basically for the country. Our forefathers fought in the war, and you look at the country now, it's gone to shit. It's get flooded with immigrants, cost of living crisis, the whole COVID debacle. It's all been done on purpose, and people need to wake up and stop being dumbed down by the media and realise what's happening, and look at independent people like Wesley Winter and the likes that bring you the real news for the streets. And you look at the people here, and I've seen people of all skin colours and that in this crowd, and they've not had one bit of problem in that, but the media won't cover that. And it looks like a huge turnout today, 100,000 possibly, but
2030.
It's amazing just to be like-minded people, and that, what a feeling. Brilliant.
Yeah, and people have come from all over today. You're from Scotland, I met some from Wales as well. Yeah, I mean, it's really...
America, Canada, Australia. There's people from the other side of the world turned out today. France, a lot of French are over as well, because this is huge. And at the time it's now, and we need to make a stand and make a change. It can't go on any longer.
It's been a really calm march so far. Not too much singing, not very hostile. It's quite like a somber mood, I'd say. But people are still waving their flags. I think it also is based on the kind of people that are actually here today. A lot of families, a lot of elderly, young people. So, yeah, we're walking all the way to Whitechapel, and apparently there's going to be some stages there. And we'll see what's going on.
Love your channel, buddy.
Yeah, all right. Do you guys want to say a few words?
Oh, yeah. It's my first time, mate, so I'm just soaking it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, what's your reason for coming today?
Reason for coming? It's just two-tier Starmer, immigration, treating everyone the same, cost of living, just the country being disarray, really. It's just not listening to us, tying us all with the same brush. We're not right-wing. We're just concerned. We're parents, you know, grandparents. We just want fairness and clarity.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. People would say that, you know, people are blaming illegal migrants for the issues in England at the minute, but would you say it's more to do with the government?
It's more the government. I mean, that's one of the issues. You know, we can't just lump it all on that. Yeah. It's not fair. But yeah, of course. But in the way I see things, all should be treated the same.
Yeah.
We're all the same.
Right.
You know, and when people are benefiting more than others, and when we're struggling, it causes this anger, these issues, you know. It's sorry, I'm just trying to find the words.
Yeah, but like, I feel like in the minute we live in this kind of like X Factor society. Whoever has the worst sub story gets a first dibs at things.
It is, but every time a government gets in the power, every election, it's we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do what you say, we're listening, and they never follow through.
Yeah.
It's basically the opposite, and we're just sick of it. I mean, I have an 11-year-old daughter. I worry about the future for her. I worry about the cost of living. I mean, trying to buy somewhere. I mean, just buying food. Just Christ, just everyday things that are normal that are becoming now, what's the word? A novelty, you know. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be. And the thing is, they are so disconnected to the people.
Yeah.
You know, they just do not understand, or it seems they just don't care.
But do you think a protest like this today will send a message to the government if there was one?
I hope so. My attitude in the past has been, why bother, because nothing changes.
Yeah, that's kind of been my thing as well.
What right have I got to complain if I don't come out and do something?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not here just for legal immigration. I'm not here just because of one or two reasons. It's across the board.
Yeah.
And I think most of us are as well.
Yeah. And people would say that this side are big, like Tommy Robinson supporters, racist, far right. What have you got to say to that?
It's just a way of shutting the argument down. The word racist doesn't mean nothing anymore, and it's sad because real racism, real issues, and real problems are being overlooked, ignored, because people roll their eyes now when they hear these things. They're not interested anymore. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not right. That's not right.
Yeah.
So.
And do you think today will stay quite peaceful? Do you reckon?
I hope so. I mean, this is my first time. So, but I mean, from what I've seen in the past, yeah. I mean, there are always antagonisers. You know, but we're here to keep an eye on anyone who comes out of line. You know, just have a word, or contact stewards. We don't want any trouble. It's not about that. Not here to start a fight. Don't want to fight. Just want to peacefully protest and show that we're not happy and we want change.
Okay, so as you can see, the police are just on this side, just kind of cordoning off the roads, making sure the public doesn't intervene in the protest. But yeah, it seems like we're at the main part now. It's been really calm, not too much singing. Obviously, there's going to be a chance for Tommy Robinson, which you've heard. We're just outside Westminster Abbey, as you can see here. As we're walking, we'll go past quite a few famous landmarks as we're going through London. Hello.
I watch you all the time.
Oh, awesome. What's the reason for coming today?
I'm here for my great-grandson, really.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him having to do this. He's only 8 months old.
Sure. There's a lot of concerned parents, grandparents these days. Yeah. What do you think?
All the way from Wales.
Really, all the way from Wales. Yeah. What do you think is the reason for the fear at the minute, or just the kind of discontent with people?
I just don't think the scales are really weighed. I don't think they're level. I think that the British people are getting walked over. There's so many white homeless old people in Liverpool, in Manchester, the ones that have lost their homes, they're getting nothing. They're in rags. But the asylum seekers aren't. We need immigration, but we don't need an army of men coming over. You know, what's going to go on?
And when you talk about immigration, you're on about like illegal immigration.
No, I'm on about we need legal immigration for doctors.
Yeah, of course.
And, all the skilled people, but not what's happening.
Right, yeah.
It's not fair,
You're talking about the boats?
Yeah. And it's being men. Mostly men every day.
You think they're like economic migrants, or?
No, I think they're soldiers.
Really?
Soldiers, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're all 15.
Yeah.
They're all 15.
Yeah.
With beards and grey hair, but they're 15. So yeah, I'm here to stop what's going on if I can.
How can we stop the boats at the minute?
Just by saying no, or going to Dover.
Yeah.
And linking up in Dover and stopping them. Rather than this, let's go to Dover, let's stop them properly.
Yeah.
It's not fair, is it? Our people are getting nothing. Nothing. The immigrants get everything.
Stop the Germans selling the boats to them.
Oh, is that what's doing it? Yeah. I didn't know that. No, it's wrong.
So if there was a message today, what kind of message is this sending?
This is sending a message to the mainstream. Start getting it right, start telling the truth, because it's lads like you and men like you and women that are telling the truth on YouTube. They're telling the truth like it is, and we're all here because we're all awake. We've all woke up to what's going on. There's loads still out there that aren't awake, so maybe this will wake them up a little bit. And it's for Tommy as well. Tommy, you know what I mean, puts his life on the line every time he goes on the streets.
Yeah, it seems like freedom of speech at the minute is under attack.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not getting reported. So it's just going on. And the illegal ones, the bad ones, they're just doing what they like. Seeing it everywhere. Not getting reported, only by you. And other people like you, which I thank you for.
Okay, guys, so we made it to the main area where this protest is happening. And a couple months ago, this was the exact place where I got arrested, literally just across this patch of grass. We started from Big Ben last time, made our way down Downing Street, where we eventually got kettled in, and that's where this channel basically started. And from there, I've been doing these kind of videos. And before this even started, I never actually had been to a protest before, so I don't think they really work, to be fair. But it's all about giving people a voice, and that's what we're doing. We look here, we got the police vans just down this road. I wonder if they'll drive down later on this afternoon, maybe nearer towards the end of today's protest. But they've got a huge stage here, live music, all that kind of stuff. They've blocked off the whole road. Usually this would be filled with tourists, but today it's filled with English patriots under the banner of Unite the Kingdom, they say. But let's see if we can talk to more people and see why they're here.
I think the people of Britain have had enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
We need to stand up. If you look around, there's men, predominantly men, but we've got women, children, we've got babies, lots of women here. And we're not far right, we're not extremists, we're not fascists. We're just fed up with seeing our country run the way it's being run.
This country's turned to shit. You know what I mean? And obviously we need our voices heard.
We need for this, man. And us.
You know what I mean? We need Britain to be great again.
Yeah. How do you think that can happen?
By the government, you know what I mean? Keir Starmer's wanker. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, him in government is just turning this country to shit.
What can the government do? There's so many things that's going on at the minute.
What the government can do is listen to Tommy, listen to us, listen to the people of this country, you know what I mean, and just get this country back to how it was. Years, you know what I mean, years ago when we were kids, the country was great. Over 15, 20 years, this country's just gone downhill.
Came in for Tommy, but it's bigger than Tommy Robinson.
Yeah, would you say majority of the people here are just Tommy Robinson fans, or?
These are proper patriotic people. Tommy Robinson is just the lion that sparked the fire in their hearts.
He's for the people. He stands for the people.
Is that what
stands for England?
Yeah, is that what people need at the minute, a voice? And I guess is that why people resonate with him so much?
Well, basically, nobody else is doing it. The government's not doing it. They're taking the money, but they're not doing nothing. They don't care about the people. They just want the money.
Do you think after today the government will be listening to the people, any messages that are being said?
Who? Government? Who are they?
Satanic cult, what owns our government, what owns all the money, what's putting all its people in power above Keir Starmer. He can't fucking read a book, mate. You think he's in charge of anything? He's got a satanic bloodline what's controlling everything, putting their people in power, and they have done for years. Now we'll wake up to it. We know the enemy, they've shown the cards. Wake up to it, or you're fucked, basically.
Who are we kind of protesting against today?
Starmer.
Yeah.
Starmer, mate.
What's he done?
What hasn't he done? I mean, look what he's doing to the old people. Come on. I mean, they fought in the war for what? For what, mate? For this?
If we are not treated better in our own country, there will be problems in the future.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen stuff like the winter fuel allowance being taken away. What sort of things would you like to see?
Winter fuel allowance being taken away. The pension have been hit left, right and centre. Now what Keir Starmer is saying they're going to attack the working class won't suffer as long as you've got no savings.
Increasingly difficult for lower to enter middle and middle to enter higher class. And that's what people are angry about. We feel that our hard work and our effort is not being rewarded, and the taxes and the policies of the government are pushing us back down.
So do you reckon this is more of like an economical issue, like a class issue, would you say?
Massively. I think people are very frustrated that their pound's not going as far as it did. Food shops are more expensive, rent's gone up, interest rates gone up. Things are tough for normal working people. If you've got rent or a mortgage, it's all right for people that own 3-4 properties, but for normal people that work and earn, very, very difficult.
I worked all my life. I left school on the Friday, I went to work on the Monday, and I worked till I was 60 years old. I was able to retire early. I got a bit of savings, so I'm going to suffer. I'm going to be punished for that because I worked hard all my life. I've always been working class. I've been a blue-collar worker. I've always worked hard all my life.
I was meant to get mine this year, and they took it off me. And I ain't got loads of money or anything like that.
And so we work all our lives. And if we got a bit of savings, if you got a couple of shares,
the description of working class people might be people that don't get their clothes paid for. Or their glasses, or get free tickets to concerts and all that, you know, while taking 300 quid off old people, you know.
Exactly. Now they'll take it off of the old people who are going to suffer this winter, and when the body count starts to mount up, How's he going to answer that?
They're not benefiting the common English man. They don't care about the English people anymore. My dad's going to lose his pension, and he worked hard his whole life. His pension's going to be gone because Keir Starmer doesn't care about Britain. And it's like they're doing it on purpose. It's like they want Britain to be destroyed and fallen. They want it gone. I don't know why, but it's very corrupt what's going on. Keir Starmer does not care about the common English man. He seems to care more about these illegals coming on boats. And it's madness. It's crazy. The world, Britain's gone mad. It's tyranny. It is tyranny.
Stop the boats. We want immigration, not people just walking straight into the country, getting everything. There's people I know who are suffering who can't claim, can't get the kids into school. You know, it's everything. It's what the government are trying to do to us.
Yeah.
So fooling us. Look at this flag. Look at this flag. Bangladesh parents, Irish parents, mate, and Englishman. Racism, is it? No.
As much as people call it kind of a racist march and people are blaming race, this is more economical for you guys.
Not racist at all. It's not only economical, but you'll see different races. Yeah, predominantly white British people, because we are still at the moment a predominantly white British country. But so yes, it's not a racist march. There's no race involved. I've been talking to people from all walks of life today, and I don't treat anybody differently from anybody else. And I'll tell you, it might be controversial. The problem in this country and what is going to happen in the future is the Muslim takeover of this country, and no one will use that word. It's going to be an Islamic takeover because they are treated different to us, and they will get in power.
If anyone, a black person or Asian person, was getting attacked here, every one of these people would stick up for them. It's nothing to do with racism or anything like that.
It's to do with religion and assimilating into this country.
Those people coming with a different kind of ideology, and they want to change things in UK. And the government don't do anything about it. They're chanting against the British values. That's why that's a problem.
And why do you think people believe the culture is kind of under attack at the minute?
Because it is. You just have to look and be there and live and live it.
Something that was created through hundreds of thousands of years is now being disgraced. And all these people here today, they care about it. They want to stand up. This is the land of hope and glory. And we can't let it perish.
Muslims live by the law of the Quran. It's not just like a Bible, it's a lifestyle. And they live to that lifestyle, which means they will never assimilate, they will never integrate.
But is it fair to blame cultures and ideologies for things that happen in society? Like, for example, in poor areas, there are just generally a lot of crime that does happen. Is that just like a product of the environment sometimes?
Oh, without a doubt. But that is because they are always grouped together. But then in a lot of cultures, they want to be grouped together. I've heard of instances where they've hounded people that have lived in houses for many years, but they've hounded them out of those houses so their families can go in and their friends can go in. So a lot of things go on. And I understand people want to live together, but the way I look upon it is, if you come to this country, I've got nothing against immigration, but you've got to assimilate and live to our laws of this country. Get children mixing first at school age now, so they go out and play, they play together, but it doesn't happen at this moment. Sikhs, Hindus, not a problem. There's no problem there at all. They mix, they're not trying to come in and take over the country, but the Quran says, if you can't win in war, move in, outbreed, get into places of power. When you're in those places of power, start to take over. And I'm afraid that is true, but nobody will stand up and say that.
Alright guys, we're walking through this crowd here. Yeah, look at the numbers, so many today. Have a look.
Everybody's lives matter, black lives matter, trans lives matter, refugees lives matter.
And yeah, they're playing some sort of documentary. That's the noise you can hear. Really, really loud. Yeah. And mate, you had the last one. What's your reason for coming today?
Same as last time. It's worse now. Like, it's awful. Peter and his family died. Like, that's so sad, man. Like, Peter Lynch and all. Like, I know they're putting money and all to it, like, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people I've spoken to today, they feel quite let down by the government. government. Is that kind of same as you?
Time. Well, look at it. You know what I mean? I'm Northern Ireland, so I'm coming over here again. And this is, look at the many people here once more. Like, we're not wrong. There's something going on here, lads. So you just need to get over.
It's well known that Northern Irish and the Republic of Ireland don't get on, but one thing that we've actually united about is mass legal immigration stuff. Like, you know, I always say, being British, we have English, Scottish, Welsh, Northern Irish, even the Irish too. We all fight amongst ourselves, but when a push comes to shove, World War II, World War I, we all get together.
We're all in the same boat, you know what I mean? We just need to really, really get together, and we need someone in Northern Ireland who can lead us there. Same for like everywhere, uniting this kingdom, that's the main aim.
Yeah, and what do you hope happens after today?
Hopefully just everybody can go home safely. Honestly, pray to God, just travelling mercies for everybody, and safe home, mate, honestly, and yourself as well, and all the people around, because you don't know what can happen around here. It's quite dodgy, it's something to be fair, mate.
Yeah, you never know what the police can do, especially...
It's honestly the safest I've ever felt. Literally. Honestly. For the word, like, come, next one, come. Don't listen to Tommy Robinson says, Tommy Robinson said. No, he's not. Listen, look at the real world, please.
So they create a different story. They turn everyone's attention to their imaginary monster, the far right, the fictional dragon they pretend to slay.
So yeah, as you can see, it starts to tip it down, classic London English weather. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to head down to the other side and try to speak to some of them. Because you can't really hear me talking, there's a big speaker, but they've just been playing a lot of documentaries from Tommy Robinson. But yeah, have a look at the crowds here, big turnout. Let's go speak to the other side. It's not hit the hour yet, but for some reason they keep playing these church bells. It's not really a common thing. I think it's maybe a tactic by someone to try silence the protest, which is a bit nuts if you think about it. Yeah, that's what you can hear here. Yeah, it's non-stop.
I'll check you.
I'll just loads of different protests. Hi guys, so it's completely blocked off. Trying to get through, but it seems like we're unable to go there. Oh, bloody hell. Right, this absolute trek trying to get to the other side just to chat to them. But yeah, look at all the police officers, they're definitely well protected. So, you're gonna have to walk the long way around, bloody hell. This.
I don't know, I've just picked it up, mate.
Oh, did you?
I don't believe in it.
Right, what do you think of it, the far right?
It's right, the far right are complete twats.
Right.
Idiots. They have no idea about anything. They just blame everyone for their failings.
Why do you think they're always labelled as racist and that kind of narrative?
Because they are racist.
What in particular against a particular group?
Because they're racist. Because they blame everybody that's not from their country for all their fact that they haven't succeeded in life.
Yeah. There's also argue maybe about governments to help the working class communities that...
They're all immigrants are more working class than anybody in this country. Believe me, I know. I live in Wolverhampton. Have you ever been to Wolverhampton?
I've been to
Go to Wolverhampton, mate. That's a properly integrated, properly hard-working society. It's not full of people who are basically trying to blame everybody else on the country for their own failings.
Right, but why do you think they have such a big following?
Oh, they don't have a big following. Have you seen how many police here are compared to the number of people?
I saw
they don't
them.
have a big following. You should have been to Wolverhampton when the EDL turned up. There was about 20 of them. There was about millions of us.
But they'd also say that maybe freedom of speech is under threat.
No, freedom of speech, absolutely. If you speak shit, that's fine. People know that you speak shit. People are clever enough to know that what you're speaking is crap. Fine. Everyone should be allowed to say whatever they like.
Yeah.
Because the audience...
And I think that's why some of them...
The audience are more intelligent than the people speaking it.
But I think that's why some actually agree with Tommy Robinson and kind of side with him as well.
Let's not talk about Tommy Robinson. He's one idiot, one bigoted knob end. He's not even called Tommy Robinson. It's not his name. Call him by his real name. I don't know what it is, but it's not Tommy Robinson, is it? Yeah. So why did he change his name to Tommy Robinson? Ask that question.
But
what is this? What is this green and white and red flag here?
I have no idea. You tell me.
Exactly. I don't know either. So why are they parading this flag around with the Union flag? I don't know. Let's go and ask someone.
It's a normal day in London. All sorts of people out and about.
Iranian flag of Iran.
but not the present Iranian flag.
That's the Allah Akbar warmongers.
Right, so that's the
What we need is a nuclear war between Iran and Israel and wipe them all off the Middle East. Then there'll be peace.
Yeah, the Shah of Iran that used to basically, it was a bit like pre-revolutionary France.
No, but he had a secret police called Savak who would kill anyone.
Yeah.
Savak.
Probably not as
It
good
has
as...
a long history, not just the
Zoroastrian
flag.
True religion of Iran, not Islam.
Okay, there we go. Fighting about flags, the usual kind of stuff you get here. He wasn't too happy about the Iranian flag being flew. But yeah, it's kind of mingled in with Israel flags and Union Jacks. But I'm trying to go into the main part of this protest. It's in Trafalgar Square, I think, in here. I have no idea. Just kind of wandering around. But yeah, it seems like we're going down memory lane today, visiting all the places where the protests originally started. And by the way, guys, it is a weekend, so you're going to have loads of tourists here as well. So yeah, it's funny how these protests always happen just during a normal day. And people like passing by sometimes just have no idea what's going on. They come to London and it turns unhinged. So here we have a classic beggar. Part of the Romanian gangs probably got kicked out of Park Lane. Yeah, the usual. You're a silent fascist, fuck off. Okay, what's kind of the message today? Is that the only message?
It's short and sweet.
Yeah. A bit rude, bloody. Is that
to the point? Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how much? Is it kind of like a hatred, I guess? Is it towards the far right? Who are the fascists?
The far right.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Polish Jew.
Yeah.
We've had issues with the Nazi regime in the 1930s and 1970s. You've got the National Front and the Tommy Robinson now.
I feel like England is sleepwalking into fascism, and that really concerns me. So that's why I'm here.
What do you reckon is causing the fascism?
I think a lot of it is to do with politicians that are trying to push culture wars onto people, to take the blame away from themselves, to take it away from the upper class.
Yeah.
Because then if you're fighting amongst yourself and you're not organising, you're not united amongst the people.
I'm from an area where I remember the National Front in the 1970s. They practically tried to destroy communities.
Yeah, but we're not in the 1970s anymore, though. Like, what are we seeing in 2024? What do you think? Like,
with Tommy Robinson, he's trying to recreate that conditions again.
Okay.
Set community against other communities, face against other face.
I think the far right, as they say, would also be quite discontented themselves, just like the way the country's run and the economy. So I feel like there are frustrations on both sides. Would you agree with that all?
Well, the frustrations, I agree, are on both sides, but I feel like their frustrations are misdirected.
Okay.
I feel like they're directed towards refugees, towards immigrants, because that's what politicians, right-wing politicians, have been trying to get them to do, to get them to believe that it's their fault that they're in that position and not the upper class who have the power and the control.
In London and in one of the most multicultural cities in the world, we have to suffer the damage and the division caused by far-right movements. Everyone of every colour, creed, religion, ability lives and works in this city, and we welcome them in, and people are committed to push them back and undermining them, and we're here to say no more to that.
Yeah. I mean, some people might be against multiculturalism. I've heard also people talk about illegal migrants coming on the boats. What do you have to say to that?
The idea of an illegal migrant is a complete fallacy. If you are running from your home because it is war-torn, because you are not welcome there, because you are being put upon and killed and discriminated against, and you come to somewhere that you think might be safe, risking your life, the idea that you were turned away because you are illegal is anti-human.
Their kind of argument is that they're not being put first in terms of illegal migrants who are coming in, who are put in like hotels.
An illegal migrant.
Just someone who has coming into the country without a visa. Yeah.
Do you know there's no legal pathways to get into the UK?
Yeah.
And so when they're in that desperate situation, they have no other choice than to do that. You wouldn't put yourself in a tiny little dinghy and go across the ocean unless you were that desperate to do that.
Yes, there are people that try and game the system, but the people who try and game the system because their lives are in danger versus because they're inherently bad people far outstrip that percentage.
How do you like judge who's actually fleeing war though? Because surely every country is different.
Absolutely, every country is different. Every policy is different, but that's politics. That's every decision. People have different ideas about agriculture, about the banks. If you can't open your arms as one of the richest economies on the planet and try and put in a system with considered humanitarianism, then we're truly lost as a society.
But yeah, is it also England's responsibility to welcome them in as well?
Absolutely, there's a responsibility. If you look at the kind of GDP of any country across the world, Britain kind of thinks that because we're in an economic slump, we're somehow exempt from pulling our weight. We try and back out of economic ties with our neighbours and we think, oh, woe is us. If you open up the banks, if you take the money out of the top 1% and funnel it to the lowest people in our society, people that don't have anything to rely on to put their back up against the wall, you'll find very quickly that we will have the money to put these systems in place.
Yeah, do you think this is more like an economical issue rather than, say, a cultural issue where people aren't integrated to society, as people like to say?
It would be amazing to think that you could just kind of go, this is that kind of issue, this is that kind of issue. Economic issues are social issues, they are racial issues. Unfortunately, it's so intertwined with where the money is funneled to and who the money comes to that you can't separate those issues. Social issues are racial issues, are economic issues.
So if there was a message today, what's the kind of message after today?
Free Palestine. Well, refugees are welcome. Fuck the far right.
Yeah, fuck the far right. United together, we'll never be defeated, you know?
Okay, so here we have all the signs. So the big difference between the left and the right is that the right usually have Union Jacks, but here we have the stand up to racism signs. Yeah. Hey guys, just documenting the event. What's your reason for coming today?
I don't want to be on the camera.
Oh, I thought you were looking at it. Sorry, we're working. Okay.
Probably.
Oh, okay. Who makes all the signs? Like, do you like pay for all of them?
Oh, just one.
Okay. I'm just wondering, innit? Yeah. Do you know? Do you know who makes all the signs?
We do.
Oh, you make them? Do you buy them? Or like, who funds it?
We do.
Oh, okay. Like what, from donations or something?
No, our political party membership dues pay for material.
Right. So what's your party? Is it kind of like against like?
Socialist Workers' Party.
Oh, okay. Is that to do with like Labour or the government or just like your own independent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. Do you guys want to say a few words? No? All right, cool. Nice to meet you guys.
Shows that a society where all are free from fear.
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you. I'm just asking people how today went. Do you mind just asking a couple of questions? Yeah. So, what's your reason for coming today?
My reason is for my what's called friends. I came here also to support my friend Quabina Dabanish from Cardiff. She's a pro-Palestinian also, and she is being charged as a terrorist, but she's not because she's been saying everything like correctly or what like the state. What is happening in Cardiff and like what is happening globally. She's just speaking truth on what this state is.
Yeah, what's your feeling on free speech at the minute? It doesn't really matter what side you're on. It seems like England itself is getting suppressed with that.
It is. I'm like even like seeing it in like Wales also because I'm from Wales. Like I'm seeing like people like have the right to like have free speech and speak out. Yeah.
This guy's
What am I? You've never spoken to me before. Hey buddy, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
I've been watching you on YouTube.
Have you? Yeah. Doesn't matter what side you're on. What's your kind of view on free speech at the minute in England?
Free speech, I think, is something we need to protect, and that's exactly what we're doing, as well as other people in the city today.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been watching your interviews and you going around and having a look and giving an insight into the other side, really.
Yeah. Why do you think there is such a divide with free speech at the minute? Like, even online, it doesn't matter if you're far right or far left. People are getting arrested for all sorts at the minute.
Yeah. I think it's more the media. I think the media has a lot to blame, funded by really rich, and I think that's the position we're in.
Yeah.
I don't believe that anyone should be stopped protesting, but we should all be doing it peacefully so we can be heard, and that's what we're here for today.
I mean, you mentioned the rich. Usually the stand-up to racism are really against Tommy Robinson, but I wouldn't say he's a rich and wealthy man compared to the elites. Is that kind of like where the message gets lost, or is it just like a collective message?
I think actually the whole country is on its knees, and I think it's about time we all stood up for many, many issues, not just the one particularly for today. Stand up for racism is really important. I think think it's something that we need to value as a country to make sure we've got diversity and inclusion. And that's something I'm proud of in this country. It's the riots and the violence. And I watched your one in Middlesbrough where the lads, the children were going and smashing up cars, smashing up windows. And actually that got out of control. Whereas if you believe in a peaceful movement, you're likely to have more of a peaceful protest. And that's exercising our right to do that.
Yeah, you mentioned when I went to Middlesbrough, there were children, and I think some of those kids don't know what far right is. But like, could you also argue that places where these things are happening are just really poor communities and underdeveloped?
I work with children in care, and that's something that's really important, is to stop poverty in these communities. Get back the youth centres, get back the community within each town. Middlesbrough in particular is one that is really, really struggling, among many others. And I think poverty makes people desperate, which makes us fight, and divide and conquer is a really, really big part of what's brought us all here today.
Yeah, and you can even look at just general crime stats on Google, and you'll see it's different ethnicities causing these crimes. Why do you think, say, the Muslim community are targeted at the minute for their ideologies, they say?
I think many communities are targeted, many across all sorts of ranges, but particularly the Muslim community. And again, I'd come back to the media, and I'd come back to who's funding the media and what their purpose is for that. And usually divide and conquer distracts us from the very, very rich getting very, very much more wealthy. And we're here having to stand up for people not to be attacked just from where they're from or their beliefs. And as well, I really strongly believe that everybody should have the right to protest. And that's what we're exercising. And so are other people on the other side too. But it's about being peaceful and getting our message across.
Yeah, you talk about being peaceful. Do you think there ever could be a day where both sides just protest just for the sake of against the government, or for the sake of just being discontented with the way the country's run? Could that ever happen?
I think we need to do that. We need to find a way to come together. But it's human nature to feel opposite sides and to be against each other. And fighting is our first thing on the person opposite to our belief.
I went to the other one, and I came to check this one. I guess.
You mean the other side, or?
Yeah, the other side, the Big Ben side, the fascist side.
Right, yeah, what do you make of it?
Super lovely people on the other side, super lovely people on this side. I think they both got more in common with each other than maybe they want to believe.
Every time I see Tommy Robinson, thank you. He practiced hate.
Hey lad, I'm documenting the event today. I like all the flags you've got. Do you mind saying a few words about?
Yeah, no worries.
No, we don't speak.
Okay, not speaking him.
What?
I want to speak with you. I trust my sister.
Oh, it's sister then. How you doing, mate? Yeah, good. We've been up to.
Breaking news. Park Lane, the campus have left.
Yeah, all because of Paul.
No.
They've been evicted. Big Brother's spoken. Yeah. What do you make of the protest today?
Oh, good question. So I've been to both sides.
Yeah.
According to online sources, one arrest on the left.
Okay.
No arrest on the right.
Okay, so 1-0.
It's not a football score, but I do think police done a very good job.
Yeah, no, definitely.
They've separated it, made it very hard for the people to actually fight or interact. And I would say, without Tommy there, the right side's very
passive, I think. Yeah.
Lethargic, quiet.
It was quite, wasn't it? Yeah.
Here, they've had more in-house fights between different groups here. So the left side's been more lively than the right.
Right, that's a first. But yeah, no, we've seen no riot here today, so I feel like that's kind of set the tone for what today was about as well.
Yeah, I think these speakers go on for too long. That's my opinion. They should have like 1 hour max. The weather's been not great. It's not raining now, but that's rain. But I personally think if you want to see it kick off, now go on the right side. They've had a few beers. They're going to fight with each other.
I mean, I saw a lot of signs today against Tommy Robinson. Now he's been remanded. What is next? Like, what is the kind of message or the way forward now? Because that was kind of the original message that I was hearing.
So, well, of course, it's not the end. He's essentially martyred himself. There's going to be other people who take his place. There's a lot of other far-right figureheads. Also elements in the media, in mainstream politics, that of course is really fostering these far-right views.
Sorry, sir. Are you a journalist?
YouTuber. A journalist, yes.
We're high security, right?
Yeah.
We're just here to just here to sack people if necessary. You mean policemen?
All right, yeah, thanks this guy. Yeah.
No, absolutely, yeah. But like I say, we're doing the job, so.
Yeah, so I know with my group here, we're just finishing uploading the ban, so.
If that's all right, yeah?
That's all right. I'm not causing any trouble, mate. Just
No,
having a
I'm
few
not saying
words.
you are, no, I'm not
All
saying you
right.
are, sir. No. Yeah? If
All right.
you just move to one side, though, please. They've asked us to ask you. So.
All right, cool. I wasn't causing any problems, though, mate. Yeah.
No. We've
All
just
right.
been asked. All right.
Cool. Do you want to walk up to there, mate? Just finish the
yeah,
interview?
sure,
Whatever. Cool.
Come back a sec. I'll be right back.
All right, mate. Fucking hell. All right, so apparently there's an issue with talking to me. That man is paying some sort of security. Says he doesn't want to chat. All right, well, that was weird. Okay, so yeah, guys, I think this side is clearing up a bit and people are going to go home. Yeah, but don't think he wants to do the interview. All right, fair enough. So yeah, let's go back to the other side, maybe see them, see if there's still any more people about and just get the final kind of messages. So guys, we're just catching the end of this protest. I made it back to where Big Ben is, and as you can see, people are leaving. How was today, guys? Brilliant.
Peaceful.
Yeah, I love it, yeah. So as you saw, no arrests, no issues with the police at all. Hey buddy, how was today?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah?
Brilliant.
Any kick-off? Cool. See, as you can see, a lot of people heading back now, but people came from far and wide, from Scotland, Wales, Ireland, and it sounds like a bit of a concert now, hearing some music. I think it's meant to disperse around 6 p.m. It's about 5 now. Let's see what happens. Hey mate, how you doing? YouTube, yeah.
YouTube.
Hey, how's today, lads?
Oh, good. I've watched you on YouTube a few times.
Very respectful.
Any kicking off?
No kicking off. Everyone's behaved themselves.
Yeah, apparently there's been.
We've had a brilliant day.
What do we rate the police today? Out of 10?
They're not
They've
been
dealt
bad,
with it
to be
pretty
fair.
well.
Yeah.
They've kept it all good.
Keep up the good work.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
I've been
thank you.
watching you a lot.
Oh, wicked, awesome. Cheers, mate. Wicked.
Police have done well done.
Yeah.
With you.
Picture? Wow, thank you. As you can tell, people are a bit more friendly to talk at the minute, so that's good. Maybe they had a few drinks. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Oh, yeah. How'd you get on today?
It's absolutely great.
Yeah.
Great turnout.
I was here a bit earlier. There's mainly just showing documentaries, I think, on the big screens now, and a couple of speakers today.
Yeah, the film was just the truth.
Yeah.
So for 4 or 5 years, I believe, to make. Just the truth, isn't it? You know, listen to it and politicians listen to it properly.
Yeah. What's your message for Keir Starmer after today?
Oh, we wouldn't be heard.
You might do. You might be watching.
Get yourself in a quarry, go to the bottom of it and stay there. England, Ireland, Bangladesh, bad and Englishman. We are united.
Cheers, mate. What's your neck?
How are you, right?
What's your neck?
I was playing with children.
Oh.
I was in a tree house and I fell off.
Fell off a treehouse.
I see you on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, I'm proud of it, mate. Proud to be English.
Good, awesome, mate. How's today?
Very good.
Very good, yeah.
No trouble, nothing. It's peaceful protest.
Yeah, it was very, peaceful, yeah.
Yeah, everything's good.
Awesome, mate. All right, take it easy, mate.
You too, mate.
Okay, so yeah, we're just going to make our way back to, what's it called, like Whitehall? Yeah, whatever it's called. Just to kind of end it there, because that's kind of where I got arrested. So I think it'd be quite fitting just to make our way down there and just catch the last bits of this protest. So guys, people are just starting to clear out now, and as you can see, this is that spot where I got arrested a couple months ago. Today was actually really peaceful, everyone was saying, so no trouble. Apparently no riot gear as well. I think that always sets the tone when people are coming, but yeah, wow. Just check it out as crowds are just dispersing. See if we can catch a few words from people. I see you at every protest. How was today?
Today, one of the best. Today I saw 100,000 Tommies here. That's the best thing.
It seemed kind of like a somber mood. It wasn't as like rowdy as you've seen in previous ones. Why do you think it was? It's kind of different mood today.
It was not different. It was people are more concerned because they are here today and they want to make sure that nothing goes wrong to beling the name of Tommy. So today people were more behaved. They always behave, but today they are careful.
Yeah.
And today there was nobody here with the mask on, face covering.
Yeah.
So not many beers. Yeah. So it was good.
I think the police have a lot to do with that as well. I don't think they try to antagonize the crowd that we might have seen in previous ones, but
the police are here for the reason. They were expecting people will do something wrong, but these people are not from the left side. They're from the right side. They've done the well.
Yeah. And what's your views at the minute of freedom of speech? Obviously, we've seen what's happening to Tommy Robinson.
There's no, in this country, freedom of speech is only when you speak something lie. You see something in the favor of the government or for the leftists or for radicals. If you say something right, which is going to save the community, then that's freedom of speech is not allowed, because truth is not allowed nowadays in this country. But we don't need to stop. We need to get going. We need to say our voice. We are not slaves.
And what will be the message after today? What's the final message?
Wake up. Danger is coming. They're trying to put us down. Now, wake up, otherwise it'll be too late. We got only 3-4 years. 3-4 years. After that, it's not reversible. The tsunami of rapists are here. More coming in. Stop them now, or you are done. Wake up.
Oh, mate. Yeah. How's today?
Do you know what? Today's been absolutely brilliant. I'm absolutely gutted about Tommy Robinson being remanded, being holded, and obviously not being able to attend the event, which is absolutely disgusting. But overall, mate, the event has gone absolutely peaceful. I've not actually seen one arrest.
Yeah, neither have I. Peaceful, yeah.
Absolutely.
And what's your message for Keir Starmer?
Get out. Get out, mate. He's absolutely ruining this country. Absolutely ruining it, destroying it. He needs to get out. Get out of power. Get out. Keir Starmer, you need to go.
Come and see it for yourself, honestly. I've not seen any disgruntled people all day. It's been really peaceful and really brilliant all around. And don't judge off what other people show you and tell you in the media, because it's all cut up and chopped. Come and see it with your own eyes and make an opinion of yourself. Don't be taught what to think. Teach yourself how to think, and yeah.
Okay, guys, so we spoke to both sides today. Didn't really kick off. We didn't see anything too crazy, but we let everyone have their say as much as we could. Obviously, going to both sides was actually really difficult because of how far people were. But I thought we'd just end the video here. Back where we got arrested in the last video, we was taking down this bit here. But yeah, this was London. I'll see you for the next one.